should be okay. It should. Oh, it should be okay. It should be okay. I'm trusting. I'm trusting the ether with this. But the problem with relearning, oh wow, it redid everything. But yeah, sorry. The problem with relearning, um, very best one, is those chords. The song is all chords, Unbe, and the chords are all MIDI. I like the chords. The chords aren't piano chords; they're all MIDI chords. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to put that specific request on hold until next time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Umbe. I can't even listen to that song on my phone and just magically conjure it up the way that I can Let's Stream songs. But I'm not going to forget about that, and I am going to relearn that song just for you, because I know you really like that song. Nobody else does. Nobody else likes that song. Bunk, 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 bunk. Inka Bink, yeah. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be frozen, Dar. Can somebody pull Dar out of like the realm where it's frozen? But yeah, this is still the check-in portion. You can still yeah, somebody tell Dar to refresh. PP Lad says, I'm trying to teach myself piano using a lesson book. Any word of advice? It's a good question, PP Lad. So obviously that was not my introduction into piano, but I think that I'm a firm believer in using your resources. And I mean, technically today, some people can learn piano without even using any type of physical literature. You know, they can go on YouTube and they can learn piano. They can take some type of like online lessons. People have Patreons where they teach people how to play piano. So the fact that you're even trying to teach yourself using a lesson book is huge. So I would encourage you to continue down that path, but also rest assured and feel reassured that that's not the only way. So if you at any point in time, PP Lad, it's funny because I'm saying all this serious stuff, but when I add PP Lad to it, it sounds like I'm joking. But no matter what goes on with like learning through the book, if anything ever feels like it's not fun anymore, or you're not encouraged with this book, don't blame that. Don't chalk that up necessarily to piano being like not for you or too difficult. Sometimes it may need to be something through another book, or sometimes you may need to take different avenues to learning piano. Because as somebody who didn't learn from a book, I don't think I would have been able to learn from a book when I was just starting out PP Lad. The reason that I was able to get as good at piano as I am now is because I viewed piano more as a toy than an instrument. You know, if somebody gives you a... Oh, who was that? Who was that? Oh, thank you, Angsplosion. Oh, it's Tadar. Oh, you guys are homies. And thank you, PP Lad, for the contribution to getting my plant out of jail. I appreciate it. Now, PP Lad, with piano, when I approached it, I did approach it as a toy. In the same way that if it's like your birthday or it's Christmas or something like that, and somebody gives you like a Hulk Hogan toy, most people aren't going to come over to your house and say, bro, that's not how you play with Hulk Hogan. He's a wrestler. He's supposed to be in a ring. I remember playing with toys with my sisters. I have 5 sisters. And when I was growing up, I had like Trolls toys and like Ninja Turtles toys. And they had like things that weren't Ninja Turtles. But like we would still just like combine it. It was like I would play with like their Barbies and Ninja Turtle. And they would talk together and they would fight. And I had, you know, you throw it all together. It's like you got your G.I. Joes, you got your Barbie, you got your Bratz dolls, your Ninja Turtle dolls, your Power Rangers. It doesn't really matter. You can mix and match them. And I viewed piano that way. I was like, there's no right or wrong way to play a piano. It's just a bunch of buttons that make a bunch of different sounds, and I'm going to hit the sounds as I hear them in my head. Now, as years went on, things became a little bit more refined, and maybe I found specific goals that I wanted to, you know, stretch out towards in piano. Maybe I wanted the sound to be more jazzy, and I was trying to figure out how to like implement more jazzy chords and melodies and stuff like that. Or maybe I wanted to be more classical, so I have these songs that feel more classical and dramatic. Definitely the refinement came later, but in the beginning I approached it like it was a toy, PP Lad. So any approach that you have, as long as it's genuine and it's something that you want to do, I think that you're doing the right thing. So you having a book may not have been my approach to piano, but I think it is a good approach because at least you're approaching it. People lad, maybe you're one of these people, or maybe you're not, but I mean, there's so many people that come into streams and they don't want to do, like, they want to get good at piano or they want to get good at production, but they're so paralyzed by options that they never start. They're like, I don't know what keyboard to get. I don't know what type of songs I'm supposed to be learning. Should I learn how to read sheet music first, or should I, they don't know where to start, so they just don't. And the fact that you've already even like done that much is, you're ahead of a lot of people. So yeah, keep going in that direction. Let me know how it goes too. Books intimidate the heck out of me. I have music books. I just don't open them and stuff. Okay, best moment about being an adult today, says Miss Taylor, is that I get to eat cake for breakfast and nobody will say anything to me. I gotta stay away from the sweets after those Easter cookie things. They messed me up. I still have I have a half dozen cupcakes in my kitchen that will just mold. They're gonna go bad because I'm not going to eat them. And nobody in my neighborhood wants them. You cannot bread everything with the same breading, says an explosion about Zaxby's. You cannot bread everything with the same breading. Okay, alright. I won't fight that. Omni, you have such a guy with innumerable amount of sisters energy. Well, I mean, I don't have the same. I have 5 sisters and 4 brothers, so I wouldn't, it's not even, I mean, 1 more sister than I do brothers. I don't even know how much of an effect that had on me, but some effect, sure. Your fries should not taste like your chicken or your fried mushrooms. Fried mushrooms sounds really good right now, by the way. Their fries are my favorite part, says Dar, about Zaxby's fries. The chicken is lame. It's very average, says Dar, which is how I feel about Cane's, which is very, very popular here in Los Angeles. Whoa. It said piano, and that's how you get into piano. Oh my god, what? Dar, what? Dar, I don't remember that meme. I'm so sorry. Thanks for the advice, says PP Lad. You're very welcome, PP Lad. Whoa. Okay. Is it Jocko? I'm going to say Jocko until I'm corrected. But thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. What you said about learning piano feels close as I see drawing, says Pablo. Oh, interesting. Not knowing where to start, says Unbe, is usually actually a form of procrastination. It means you're afraid to fail, but failure is inevitable and you're learning. Failing is really fun. I would argue that failing is a little bit more fun when there's nobody around to see it happen, but even when people are around to see it, it can be very fun. Omni, since Cyber is not here, can you try 327? Thank you, Jojo. Oh. It's Jacob. Sorry. Jaco is not Jacob. Thank you, Jacob, for the follow, and thank you for correcting me and not letting me go for the next few months saying Jaco, because I know some people in the stream have done that. Just let me continue to mispronounce their name, and then I feel horrible. Okay. 327. So for anybody newer to the stream, there's been a lot of episodes of Morning Medley. I didn't start numbering the episodes until we were hundreds in. I was like, oh, I should probably start numbering these and saving them. So now we're in the official episode 327. And in episode 327, there's a lot of sounds in this keyboard, and for each episode I will play the sound that correlates with it. For example, number 327 of this keyboard is called a warm trumpet. It sounds like that. I will play an excerpt from my song Union Station in this sound. not bad. Some of the sounds on this keyboard are horrifically bad. It's not a very new keyboard. It's a very old Yamaha DGX. For example, they don't even make like an updated version of this model anymore. They're doing like YPG stuff now and not the DGX. But it's sturdy and it is the footboard to my bed, so I've never replaced it. You know, it hasn't broken. Dang, Explosion dropping huge money on getting the new plant out of jail. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Y'all shouldn't be able to hear that. That sound shouldn't have existed. Just pretend that sound didn't happen. There, now it's gone. Thank you for the Discord. I actually managed to find a meme, says Dar. Be proud of me, people. I'm proud. I'm proud, I think. I think I'm proud. I don't know exactly what went into finding this meme, but I'm proud of you. So, if you've come into the stream maybe halfway, you missed the beginning of the stream, today's stream's objective was to finalize a theme for Ellis here. And we did it. We did it. We're almost at 40%. Oh, says PP LED. Ooh, wow, it's getting really close. People are so rich. This is a stream full of rich people. And it's because I don't have many expensive redeems. Okay. So I'm going to do the themes of the plants really quickly in succession from left to right. So starting with Ellis and then ending with Booba. Zia still does not have a theme yet, but we are going to get Zia a theme soon. Very soon. Oh, thanks, Brandon. I forget about all the bonuses. I forget about all the bonuses of Omni tokens, like when people sub and stuff like that. Okay. So starting with Ellis, this is Ellis's theme. That's Ellis's theme going into Agnes's theme. And this is Firo's theme. And then Booba's theme last. there. Everybody's getting theirs. Everybody's getting their sauce. I still have to work on Zia's though, of course. But for now, everything, every plant's got a decent theme started. Booba's, of course, has developed a little bit more because Booba's larger than the 3 new guys. But as they grow, they'll also get a little bit more, complicated, a little bit more complex as the themes grow. I feel good. I feel good about that. Yeah, that's what that means. If you're getting like a lo-fi hip hop vinyl filter wobble over the sound, it's just internet. It's just internet doing its thing. I'm so hungry. But yeah, to continue the check-in, Easter was chill. I ate and I did some things alone. Today I have a lot of work to do, which is why if you were in the Discord, you might have noticed I mentioned needing very desperately to end on time today. And I think it was just because there was a lot of stuff that I need to do by 2 p.m. So I'm going to try to end, if not right on time, then even possibly like a little bit early today. Which will be good. I think in the morning medleys when I'm working on stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, Cloud. That's so interesting. I wonder why. I wonder if it is because yeah, streaming on Facebook. That's probably it. This will never happen again. I'm sorry, Facebook people. I did it just out of curiosity. I was like, this is a thing I can try to do. I think Facebook is eating up so much like bandwidth now through the stream that it's like causing everything to go really slow. So I do apologize for that. But as I was saying, the Easter festivities went okay, but I whenever there's like a holiday coming back into the week, especially for me, there's usually like a lot of work. Word up, Kit. Have fun with your niece, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for 328. But yeah, I think I'm somebody that probably works best under pressure, which is just a fancy way of saying that I'm a procrastinator. I'll usually like leave things alone for a really long time. And then I'm like, how long will it take me to make this song for this client? And I'm like, it'll probably take me a week. And they'll give me like a month heads up. And I'll start working on it immediately. I'll work on it like for like 4 days. And then I'm like, those other 3 days, I'll finish those up when I have 4 days left. And that's how I work. And I don't like it. It's not always how I work. Sometimes I finish things mad early and then I just let it cook there. Thank you, Kit, for the bits, by the way. Oh, Kit left me some bits right before walking out the door. Oh, lunch money. I am very hungry. But with that, I am going to head over to the news section of the stream now. Ooh, what a horribly sad chord to go to news on. Okay, guys, you've been here before. We've all been here before. If you haven't been here before, this is the news section. But I'm going to go ahead and assume you've been here before. Act like you've been here before. The first thing on news is always a song recommendation. It's usually a song recommendation. This band, actually, when I first got into them, I didn't even know they were Japanese. And I think it's because, well, it'll become clear. A bit of their music was instrumental. Or at least somewhat instrumental. And I think, thank you, Liana. I think that the thing with this music, I'm not even going to get into the vocals right now, but the thing with this music is, if you don't know a lot about music theory, like myself, or you don't know a lot about maybe music cultures, which I would say I used to be that way, but I'm always learning. You go off of feeling, you go off of vibes. You don't exactly know why something. Oh, thank you, Explosion. Hope the walk goes well. Tell your Popeye says hi. So, with this, with and rhythm and stuff like that, you kind of go off of vibes. You go off of feels. If I played, this. Somebody could say, oh, that like reminds me of bossa nova, or this sounds very Brazilian, and I don't know why. And I think that a lot of that, hello, Kiwichi. Hello. And welcome to the new segment of the stream. So if I played that, somebody would say, oh, this sounds very, maybe if they know a little bit more, they might say, this is bossa nova-esque. Or maybe if they don't, they might say, oh, that sounds like We Shop channel music. They would say that that's what that sounds like. And it's because they're going off of vibes, right? They're going off of the way a song feels. They don't know necessarily that the Rhodes piano was very prevalent in a lot of like the later jazz that was made. They don't necessarily know that that rhythm comes from South America. They might not know these things, but they know the feel, and they know maybe this makes me think of bossa nova. Maybe this makes me think of like the girl from Ipanema or something. And it's because of feeling around music. Now, when it comes to this song, the feel, and I'm going to tell you guys this, and maybe it'll spoil it for you or something like that if you end up going to the playlist where all of these songs are saved and listening to it. But it's very gospel in its feel. If you ignore the vocals, or if you're not fluent in Japanese and don't really understand what the vocals say anyway, if you like don't really pay too much attention to the vocals and you just listen to the harmonies that they're hitting and the chords that they're hitting, it's like, oh, this is an extremely like gospel-y song. And there's reasons for that, right? There's certain types of harmony and there's certain types of like complex melodies that happen in gospel music that people who make gospel music truly do understand, and they incorporate it and employ it intentionally. But for people like me that don't necessarily know what makes a gospel song, I just go off of the feels. And this song by The Chef The Chef Cooks Me, which I'll get to that name in a second. This song has gospel vibes. And I'm pretty sure the song has zero religious connotation. I mean, again, correct me if I'm wrong. If you listen to this and you hear them say like freaking Jehovah or something in it, like you can come to me and complain, but I don't even think it's a religious song. But it has those vibes, and that's always so interesting to me to see music creators, and not even just music creators. We can go visual creators. If you think about like a lot of the American animated shows that feel very anime-y, it's like, yeah, the people that created this definitely watched a lot of anime, and they're incorporating certain elements of it. And maybe you don't know enough about visual art to say what it is that makes this look like an anime to you, but you can feel it. It's got the vibe of anime. Maybe it's the size of the eyes. Maybe it's the way the characters are moving or something. And so this song has that, except sub in anime vibes for gospel vibes. You know, it has that. It's really interesting. And so this song has been added to the Spotify playlist that Liana just linked in the chat. If you don't see it, or if you didn't see it, or if you need it anytime later, always in the chat, exclamation point RECS, Rex, for recommendations, as well will bring up that Spotify playlist where you can listen to this song by The Chef Cooks Me and all of the previous songs that have been recommended by me in the Morning Medley show. Now, about this band and The Chef Cooks Me, a lot of times when I'm listening to foreign bands that have English names. I mean, it was just, 3 days ago or something like that I recommended Bump of Chicken, which is also a Japanese band. I can't tell sometimes if it's poor translation, or if it's a joke, or if it's a combination of a joke that's poorly translated, or I don't know. But The Chef Cooks Them, this band. Please go listen to it. I had no idea of this recommended playlist. Thank you, Omni. Oh, you're very welcome. This is a new thing to season 3. This is a new thing to season 3. This was not a thing before season 3. This is like a new advent. I was always recommending songs, but I didn't go through all of the painstaking trouble of making a Spotify playlist and actually having the like art and stuff show up in the stream. So that is that song. Please go check that out whenever you guys get a chance. It's really good. Has like this heavy vibe of togetherness, which one can say is pretty prevalent in gospel music. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to take that and put it in my back pocket. Thank you, Kiwichi. Now, in other news, I do have a lot of music out. Signals, which is like a jazz EP, or at least what jazz would sound like if I made it. There's also Tall Tales, which is an experimental mixtape that I made mostly when I was trying to get into subtractive synthesis and like scoring film. I was trying to experiment with different sounds. That's called Tall Tales. And then there's the Dream series, starting with Nice Dream, which is maybe the most popular of the Dream series. Nice Dream, pop music, like indie pop music. And that's followed by Love Dream, which is the same vibe, but they're love songs and they're a little bit chiller, like not as hyper, a little bit more chill. And then Love Dream was followed by a thing called Speed Dream, which has a lot of episodes. It's kind of like an electronic music album, but also interspersed with like an audio book, because it's a story that I wrote and then voice acted, and I hired some of my friends to do voices in it as well. Check that out. Also, oh my god, does the Bandcamp thing not work? I think it's music. I don't know my own commands. That's a thing that I should probably know. But after Speed Dream, there is one called Daydream, which is very, very good. It's more complex, orchestral. The BPMs are a little bit high because it's a lot of drum and bass and like break beats in it. Key Lime is on that, for those of you that know that song, the drum and bass track. That was also followed by Lush Dream, which is a very long mixtape, about 33 tracks. And the reason it's so long is because they're like chill background music. If you were here in the earlier part of the stream, you would have seen somebody actually did recommend that I play something from Lush Dream, and those chords are from the song Coliseum. It's kind of just background music, almost like the stream, I suppose. A lot of the Lush Dream sound came from and was inspired by this stream because of all the chill like piano stuff that I would play for people. And so you can go check that out. And that was followed by my twin EPs, Quick Breath and Ego Death. Quick Breath is a little bit more up-tempo, and Ego Death is a way down-tempo, very ambient stuff. And you can hear all of that music and more on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal, Groove, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, and YouTube. So check that out whenever you get a chance. Also, while you're on YouTube, there's also some like exclusive tracks just for YouTube, because I was doing a lot of video editing last year and was making songs that were tied to videos. Like they didn't exist as just a song. They were only video ideas, which isn't necessarily a new thing, but it was new for me. And so those can also be seen on my YouTube page. I have them all lined up in a neat little playlist for you guys. Whew. That's all of the music news. As far as news, the game that I'm making a score to, it's like an indie game. I'm still really not allowed to talk about much about it, which I know maybe for some of you is frustrating. For me, I've gotten used to it at this point, but I am doing a score to an indie game, and that's going to be wrapping up, or at least my work on it is going to be wrapping up very soon. I think on May 1st is when I'm completely done. Like I can no longer, it's like pencils down time. And so for some of you guys, you know that I've been bouncing back and forth a lot on this project for the past couple of years. Like I'll work on it a lot for like a month, and then not at all for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be like not even streaming that I'm so busy working on it. And so now it's nice that like I'm in the final like crunch phase where after May 1st I can finally take a breath and like I'm done with it, at least as far as I know. And so that'll be really nice. And so that's what I'm really busy working on this month because, you know, May 1st is only a couple, maybe 2 or 3 weeks away. And other news, as far as like vaccine stuff, people in, a lot of people in California are getting it. I'm not eligible until the 15th. So on the 15th, I'm going to start looking around and go get it myself. But until then, I'm just chilling. I'm not really playing any shows, obviously. I'm not going out. I'm not going to parties or anything like that. I'm still going to get food. A lot of my outings do seem food-based at this point in time. I go to retrieve food to cook food. I go to buy food to eat food. That's really it. I'll buy boba, which is like kind of food. I haven't really had a cause to go anyplace if I wasn't hungry as of late. But as things change, hopefully that'll maybe stop being a thing. But as far as any like actual live performances or anything, there's nothing really to update you guys on. I'm still gonna just stick with the morning medley from here until things feel good. I don't know what that means. I don't know when things are gonna feel good, but when they do, I'm sure I'll get out of here. Play a keyboard somewhere for someone. Any show, anime, music work? No. I don't see myself getting hired by an anime studio to make music. I don't see that happening. But, I mean, I've done quite a few things that I didn't see happening, so maybe. Maybe that could be cool. But yeah, the only project that I'm working on right now is the game. And after that's done, I'm probably long commission like commitments for a minute. I might just be doing like little like things for like people here and there, companies here and there. But as far as like a big thing where I'm creating like a whole score or soundtrack, I might need to take like at least a year maybe before I start back up in that, which sounds like a long time, but it'll be over fast. I'm proud of myself. It's not even 11 o'clock and I'm already like rounding the corner. Okay, so I am going to now play the Morning Medley theme song. If you are new to the stream, this usually marks just about the end of it. So if you have any last minute comments or questions or concerns or a thing that you would like to talk about or a thing that you would like to learn more about, now would be the time to bring it up while I play the theme song. If you don't have anything, I guess enjoy. It is Tuesday. We're in another week, guys. Did anybody give up anything for Lent? Regular, I didn't realize you were still in here. Thank you for staying until the end. I do actually very much appreciate that. I do. And thank you, Stefan, for bailing the new plant out just a little bit more. We're chipping away at it, aren't we? I didn't realize how many Omni tokens people had until I put a plant in jail. And now it's really coming out that everybody in the stream was rich this whole time. I tell you, my redeems are just too cheap. Okay. Maybe I stream too much. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I shouldn't stream every day. Huh? Maybe that's why everybody has so many tokens. We could try to animate something like a GIF loop, says Pablo. Ooh. Liana's saying, have a tasty Taco Tuesday. I am going to be eating some pizza today, but I do appreciate the alliteration, Liana. Thank you, everybody, for being respectful to me and polite to each other, it really matters. It really makes a difference, especially with me doing 2 different platforms today, going over to Facebook. Maybe Facebook will just have to be a one time a week thing. Maybe since Facebook is so like heavy, since it's just a bandwidth gobbler, maybe like once a week I'll go over to Facebook or do the Sign You stream. But here on Twitch, it's Monday through Friday, baby. Oh, really quick, also in the news. I should have said this before I played the theme. I apologize. If you're new to the stream, Morning Medley happens every weekday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, California time, West Coast time. For you East Coasters, it happens around noon. And then on Friday, I actually do a 6-hour long stream instead of 2 hours, but it starts in the afternoon at 3 p.m. It goes 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., again, Pacific Standard Time. Again, thank you everybody for being respectful to me and polite to each other. I will be back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Morning Medley number 328. Until then, take care of you guys' selves. Be healthy, be healthy.